Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. This one, we're looking at are the 49ers the best team in the NFL? After a very convincing win over the Philadelphia Eagles, 42 to 19 on Sunday, they beg the question, are the 49ers the best team? I can kind of answer that question, kind of nod. I'm just a fan at the end of the day, but we've seen the 49ers play, looking at the eye test and statistics, but mostly the eye test. Yeah, I mean, the 49ers, they can make a good case for it. They have a top three offense, top three defense. They just keep rolling, rolling, rolling. And they did have a 3 game losing skid in the middle of the season, which that was not fun for us Niner faithful, but they rebounded and won, I believe, 4 straight in a row. They beat Jacksonville, Tampa, Seattle, and Philadelphia. Hopefully they can keep the streak up against Seattle this Sunday again. I'm excited to see what the 49ers can do for the rest of the year. This team is very exciting. A lot of stuff happening. Kyle Shanahan has a great offense. Steve Wilks has finally made this defense into the defense that we all know and love. Just everything's going almost perfectly for the 49ers. I don't want to jinx them or anything like that, but if you look at it on paper, yes, I think the 49ers are the best team in the NFL. You have some competition for the Niners. You have the Baltimore Ravens on the AFC side. They're looking really, really good. Lamar Jackson and company are doing great stuff. Even the Eagles still, I mean, as much as the Eagles got blown out in this game, they're still a really formidable football team, but hopefully we are the kryptonite to everybody in the NFC. 49ers have blown out both the Cowboys and the Eagles. They've scored 40-plus points on each of them. That's just really impressive right there because those two are regarded also as top teams in the NFC. A lot of exciting things for the Niners for the rest of the year. They do have a somewhat mid-schedule, I would say, in terms of difficulty. They do have to play Seattle again. They do have to play Arizona, Los Angeles, not in any particular order. The big one is Christmas Day against the Baltimore Ravens. We can really see who's the best team in the NFL. I expect that one to be a thriller, awesome, fun matchup. That's going to be great right there. So just call back to the 2019 season where Lamar Jackson played Jimmy Garoppolo in the rainy Baltimore game, and the Ravens won on the last-second field goal. Not fun to lose, but that was a really entertaining game to watch, and that was probably one of the game of the years. And then the 49ers had to come back next week and play New Orleans, and they had the game of the year too, winning on a Robbie Gould field goal. Awesome year. So I expect the rivalry to be amped up again. You know, they've met up a few times since the Super Bowl loss in 2012, 2013. It's going to be a fun one. But anyways, going back to the 49ers, you look at the quarterback, Brock Purdy. He is in the discussion, in my opinion, for MVP, along with Dak Prescott. Those two are like the front runners. Jalen Hurts was in it, but after seeing that performance on Sunday, that's kind of hard to justify him being the MVP conversation. Brock has been a very efficient quarterback. He's also been a playmaker as well. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo can be an efficient guy, but Brock just takes the offense to another level. And there's always the argument, is he a system quarterback, is he not? Honestly, most quarterbacks, except if you're Tom Brady, is a system quarterback, and maybe Peyton Manning. Everybody else has a system to fall on. And if it works, it's great. If it doesn't, then it sucks. So, I don't really like that argument. I don't really like that question because if you're saying Brock is a system quarterback, then you can say Dak Prescott or Jalen Hurts are system quarterbacks as well because they have an offense that they're running and, they have to run with it. So that's what I think about that whole thing. But still, Brock is having an MVP-like season, not turning the ball over too much, getting a lot of touchdowns, making a lot of plays. Offense is just fireworks galore all year long. For the most part, they've scored at least 30 points in the majority of the other games, minus the losing skid. I'm very impressed with what the offense has done, but credit to Steve Wilks on the defensive side of the ball. They have really amped it up the past few weeks, ever since the bye week. They've looked dominant. They've been able to get pressure, get sacks, get interceptions, all that cool stuff. It's just been awesome to see what he's done with this defense, making sure the defensive backs are as good as possible. They did an awesome job, I believe, against Philadelphia on Sunday. Travarius Ward and Ambry Thomas, they didn't, I wouldn't say lockdown, but they made the plays when you need to make the plays, and they didn't score too many touchdowns. That was the big difference maker for me, in my opinion, because we all know every offense is going to be targeting these guys in the backfield because that is the weakest link of the 49ers defense, but they're still a pretty good, decent back crew. I mean, they can make pass deflections. They can do all that stuff. And Steve Wilks has learned that, just get a pass interference instead of having them 9-10 yards out and letting the receivers get chunk yards because in Minnesota, that's exactly what happened. They got a lot of chunk yards because of that. Addison and them, they did a really good job on exposing the 49ers in that way. And then Steve Wilks tuned it up, changed it a little bit, and now it's all man-to-man, and you got to fight for your yards if you're an offense under Steve Wilks. So, yep, great offense and defense, top three in almost every category on all sides of the ball. I'd say the 49ers are the best team in the NFL, in my opinion. Definitely in the NFC, but the AFC could be a little bit debatable between us and the Baltimore Ravens. But we'll find that out in a few weeks when we play on Christmas Day. So, yes, I'm going to be saying that they're the best team in the NFL. It's kind of hard to argue that. You could still say Philadelphia, but I think this win was very convincing and a great statement win with a decent quarterback in Brock Purdy, because in the NFC Championship game, they did not have a quarterback, unfortunately. Brock was there for like a few plays, and then he tore his UCL, and Josh Johnson came in, didn't really do much, and got a concussion, unfortunately. Brock had to come back and couldn't even throw the ball, just had to hand the ball off to McCaffrey. That was just not a fun feeling for anybody in Niner faithful, the Niner players, the coaches. That's just a sombering feeling when you know you have no chance after your quarterback gets hurt and your backup gets hurt as well. But with Brock being fully healthy for this game on Sunday, that was a big difference maker right there. He was able to make the plays when you need it. He was able to move the ball down the field, get chunk yards. Awesome performance by Brock Purdy and company. So, yep, that's pretty much it. You guys, please let me know what you guys think about the 49ers. Are they the best team in the NFL? Do you have an argument for the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Ravens, anything like that? Please let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this, per usual, like and subscribe. Much appreciative. I hope to catch you guys up tomorrow when I predict the game against the Seattle Seahawks coming up on Sunday. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your night. Go Niners all day. Victory Monday.